Hello, beautiful manifestors. It is Olivia Grace, and I am back with another video. I first just want to say a huge thank you to everyone on my YouTube channel. I have hit 1,000 subscribers, and I am just so grateful that all of you all are here. All of you all are enjoying what I am presenting to you guys, and I'm just honored to be a part of your journey. And I started this channel after learning about manifestation. I just felt that everybody should be able to, create the life that they want and create the things that they want. And that's why I started this channel. It's why I started my coaching. And also, as a thank you, my sessions are going to be on sale. So I will have a link for you guys to click and schedule the flash sale for the sessions in celebration of my 1,000 subscribers. So thank you all for being here. I'm so honored. So I'm gonna have this video. Usually you guys know I like to stick with just 3 tips, but I'm really excited about my 1,000 subscribers, and I want to give you guys my top 10 tips for manifesting. As a manifestation coach, as someone that has been studying manifestation now for about 8 years, I have learned a lot on my journey, a lot through teachers, and a lot through my own experience. So let's get right into the list. The first thing, my 10th tip, we're gonna start at 10, is to keep your manifestations to yourself. When you are manifesting something, a lot of us, especially as a newbie manifester, or, we get excited and we want to, share with everybody, like, here's what I'm creating. This is what I know is going to happen. But because everyone is basically reflecting who we are or who we believe that we are, if you have doubt in you, then that doubt will be reflected in that person. So you may be really excited about your desire, but other people may seem like they're hating on you, or seem like, they don't have that same faith, and it can kind of discourage you, especially when it's someone that's close to you. So keep your manifestations to yourself, move in silence. And one thing I know is that when you really start changing your life, that's when people are going to ask you. You won't have to tell everyone about manifesting or what you've done. People will start to see changes, and they'll start to wonder what you have going on and what you're doing, okay? The next tip, the 9th tip, is to let joy be your guide while manifesting. And that's for everything, when it comes to techniques, when it comes to even what you want to create, when it comes to everything, really let joy, let your feelings tell you which way you want to go. Follow your bliss, follow what feels good to you. Even if you don't see how that's going to play into your manifestation, or it doesn't really make sense, follow it anyway, because it really is about the journey, you guys. And that's so cliche, but it's true, because the journey is what's going to always be. It doesn't matter if you get everything you want in the second. In the next second, you'll have a whole new thing, or a whole new bunch of things that you'll want, and you'll still be on the journey to manifesting those things. So we can kind of put off living and put off happiness until we have every single thing that we want, but life will absolutely pass you by that way. So let joy be your guide. My next tip, number 8, is to practice every day. A big, huge part of manifestation, you guys, is really like knowing that you can create, having that faith in yourself and in the ability to manifest. So how you build that, because what most people do is they choose like kind of the hardest thing in their life to change, and it takes a while, or they're having trouble with it, and it discourages them to believe like, well, manifestation doesn't work at all. But when you continuously see something, even small things, when you just see your thought become a thing, and your thought become a thing, your thought become a thing, you can't deny it anymore. I don't care what happens. I've recently been kind of in a space in my life where I'm just questioning everything I know. And one thing I know is that I'm creating, because I literally see proof of this every single day. I'm seeing my thoughts manifest every single day, every single moment, honestly. So practice every day, because you're building that belief muscle inside of you. Big things, small things, whatever, whenever you're going, even just driving to work, tell yourself, you know, oh, I'm going to find a shortcut, or oh, I'm going to get there at this time, or oh, when I get there, someone's going to tell me a joke or something. And the more that you just prove to yourself how powerful you are, it will be so much easier for you to manifest everything else that you want. Okay. So number 7 is to be easy with your desires. This is a huge one, you guys. Just for me personally, that I've noticed is that when I just kind of say something and don't make it a big deal, the quicker it kind of manifests for me. And I've been doing that lately, you guys, and it's been working so well for me. And really what it is kind of claiming your desire without the resistance, without feeling the need that, okay, I have this desire, but it's going to take me a few months to manifest it, and it's going to take me all these techniques, and it's going to take me, you know, it's just kind of just stating it, claiming it, and just going on about your life. I will tell you guys, that is almost like the secret sauce when it comes to manifesting, is just to say it and allow it to happen, because there's no resistance in that state. And you don't allow for really any doubt to come up, because you're not dwelling on it. Obviously, this is easier to do with smaller things than it is for bigger things. But even for bigger things, that's the reason why they take longer, is because we see them as bigger things. So be easy with your desires. Try it, you guys. Say something and just let it go. Say something and just, you know, with this, I don't even know how to explain the vibration or the energy that I feel. It's kind of like, I don't know, almost just not worried, like unbothered, like whatever, you know, it can come, whatever, it can not come, I don't really care, and it comes. So try that, being easy with your desires. If you notice, the ones that you have a lot of resistance with, the ones that are taking longer, are the ones that feel harder to create. So the next thing is to tell your new story instead of telling your old story. That's number 6. You guys, I remember listening to this video, and they were talking about how we are addicted to drama as human beings. We want to dramatize everything, our lives, our circumstances, everything. And we want to kind of perpetuate negativity. If you look at the news, you look at even social media, things like this, it's all about like what's going wrong. And we have kind of taken that on. So when you call your friend, what is it that you guys talk about? You know, when you and an old friend are catching up, what are you guys talking about? Are you telling her about how everything hasn't changed and how everything's the same and nothing goes right for you and nothing ever, you know, works for you or whatever? Or are you telling your new story? And you don't have to lie and say everything's perfect when it's not, but you can start to shift that story and say that things are getting better for me every day. I'm getting more clarity every single day. Because something we do, you guys, is we just tell it like it is. We say, well, this is true. This is what's going on. It is going wrong for me. Nothing is working out for me, you know, and that's then, while that may be true, if that's the reality that we keep feeding into, you know, if that's the energy that you keep perpetuating, well, then it's probably not going to change. And that is the big, huge magic trick of manifesting, is being able to tell a new story, to feel a new feeling, and to believe in yourself and your life in a new light before it has physically manifested. That is like the whole thing of manifesting. And even you guys, like I struggle with this sometimes, and I hear myself talking and I'm like, is this the story that I want to keep creating though? You know, probably not. So be mindful, you guys. Tell your new story instead of your old story. And number 5, manifest your feelings instead of trying to manifest things. When you need money, try and manifest the feeling of abundance rather than trying to manifest a specific dollar amount. The reason is you have resistance when it comes to money or a dollar amount, or you probably wouldn't be in the financial situation that you're in. So when you think about manifesting just the feeling of having more than enough, of having overflow, that is an easier feeling to tap into rather than having the specific amount in your bank account. Same thing with SPs. It's easier to feel the feeling of being just loved in general, even if that love is only coming from you, from a friend, from family, whatever. It's easier for you to get into that feeling and into that energy of love and of being loved and being celebrated and being wanted without attaching it to this one specific person, okay? And as we know, our emotions is what manifests physical things in our life. And not only that, you're manifesting the emotion. So you're already pretty much giving yourself what you want. You're giving yourself that feeling, because nobody wants to manifest the thing and still be missing the feeling. The feeling is what's driving us. It's the purpose behind what we're manifesting in the first place. So go there first, and what you'll find is that the physical thing will come into your life a lot quicker. Okay. Number 4 is to have confidence in yourself. Have confidence in yourself and confidence in your ability. And I'm going to be expanding on this more about self-love probably next week. I have a friend of mine that we are collaborating, and we're going to do a video for you guys on this. But you guys, like, everything in your reality is reflecting self. So when at the end of the day you feel bad about yourself, or you don't love yourself, or you don't trust yourself, or you just feel like you're just not shit, well then what can your reality really show you other than that? You know, this is why kind of things manifest where people are getting treated bad, or, you know, bringing narcissists into their lives or whatever. It's reflecting how you feel about yourself. So start to have confidence in yourself. Not only confidence in yourself, but as I said before, confidence in your ability to create. Start to see yourself as the God of your reality, because you are. And the only limit that you have, you guys, is what you put on yourself. And I really feel that to be true. I really believe that to be true. But having confidence in yourself, certainty, that feeling, it kind of goes into what I was talking about earlier, with being easy. When you're manifesting and you're able to be easy with your desire, there's a feeling of certainty that's there. There's a feeling of, I got this in the bag. I know this is going to unfold for me. So there's no need for me to obsess about it, you know? So, yes, have confidence in yourself. Have self-love, you guys. Love yourself. I promise you, it will change your manifestation game. This is why self-concept is so huge in manifestate, or the law of assumption communities, at least. And also have faith in your abilities. And that brings me to number 3, which is actually to keep the faith and persist. It's funny, with my 1,000 subscribers, you guys, I started visualizing this last year. This time last year, I had 65 subscribers on YouTube. And honestly, y'all, that was a lot to me. So, you know, but I remember visualizing like, wow, like I want to have 1,000 subscribers. And I remember seeing it in my head, but it didn't happen. It didn't unfold until this year. And it wasn't a main focus for me. It wasn't something that I was, you know, really, I don't know. Like I said, it wasn't really a main focus to me. It was something that would kind of just be nice. But I just allowed it to unfold in its own way. But yeah, like, keep the faith, persist, because it did happen. It didn't happen exactly the moment that I did it. But, and this is the thing, you guys, if it's important to you, because some things are not worth manifesting. I mean, and that might be like a weird thing to say as a manifestation coach, as someone who teaches it, but some things are just not worth the, you know, the internal like turmoil that we kind of go through to manifest it. But if it's something that's important to you, if it's something that you've wanted for your whole life, or something that you wanted for a very long time, or something that just means a lot to you, then keep the faith, you guys. Keep the faith. It's not over until it's over. You know, keep persisting. You never know how it could unfold. And something that Abraham Hicks talks about is that we're not always on the quickest journey, you know, to get from A to B. What we want, or what our inner being wants, or our higher self wants, is the most joyful journey, basically, the most satisfying journey to bring us there. And because again, we're always in the journey, so we want the journey to be satisfying. So keep the faith, you guys. Keep persisting. You can absolutely have your desire if you keep persisting. All right. Number 2 is to meditate and have some type of manifestation routine. Meditation is probably like one of the best things I've ever learned in my life. Aside from even manifesting, it's just something that is kind of like a medication, you know, for anxiety and depression, and for just overthinking, like everything. Meditation is really, really amazingly helpful for me. And as far as for manifesting, because when you think about the fact that your emotions are creating your thoughts are creating things. So being able to really master your emotions and master your inner self, your inner state, that is like imperative when it comes to really being able to manifest like as a master, you know, really being able to manifest on a dime, really being able to manifest anything that you want. It really starts with having a clear mind. And the routine, I said, is so that, like, a lot of times if you just get up out of bed and you just go into the world, you're going to be kind of, you know, it's just going to be random. Like you're going to come across random situations, random people, you know, whatever. Everything's or it will seem random to you because you didn't intentionally like set forth what you wanted to experience. But every single day you have an opportunity to be clear about what you want to happen, what you want to experience. You know, is so-and-so like at work every day and they bother you? Intend that today they be quiet and they don't bother you. You know, take every day as an opportunity to practice and do that by having a routine. So for me, I start off with a little bit of gratitude, a little bit of affirmations, and I set my intentions for how I want my day to go, how I want to feel throughout the day. But doing that, you guys, it allows you to have so much more control over your day than when you just kind of go out into the day. Because when you go out into the day, things happen, some traffic cuts you off or something like that, and now you're upset, and now your whole day kind of just dwindles from there. But rather than you just setting yourself kind of up high, getting yourself in a nice high vibration, and then going into your day, and things will happen that will maintain and keep your vibration high. Okay. And the last but not least, the actual number one tip that I have, you guys, is to trust your feelings, trust your intuition. When you're manifesting, you guys, as I said, for number 9, let the joy be your guide, y'all. Like if you're doing, sometimes, like when we're listening to all of these teachers and all of them are teaching something completely different. You know, one teacher will say, oh, you need to focus specifically on the desire that you want. One teacher will say, no, you don't need to focus specifically. You need to be general about it. You know, another teacher will say something else. You need to be in the state of a God. Another teacher will say, oh, no, you don't need to have any of that. You know, so it's kind of all over the place. But what feels right to you, though? What resonates with you? What makes sense to you? You know, and this is what you need to follow. That is what you need to, like, that's what you need to do, is what feels right to you, what resonates with your soul. Because your inner self, your higher self, your inner being, whatever you want to call it, that knows what's best for you. That knows not only what's best for you, but what path that will be most satisfying and most joyful for you. So trust your feelings, you guys. I know for me, I'll listen to a teacher, and because I resonate with most of what they say, I'll take everything else they say and be like, oh, okay, well, that's, you know, that makes sense to me. But have I really thought about it to know that, does that make sense to me? You know, so guys, really, like, even with what I say, I mean, because honestly, you guys, I would make meditation my number one tip, but there's some people that really don't meditate or really don't benefit from meditating, or really just, you know, it doesn't work for them. So my number one tip is to listen to what works for you. If you're doing a technique and it's not comfortable for you, or you don't like it, or it doesn't feel good to you, then don't do it. You know, really make yourself your kind of highest judgment. You know, don't let everyone else, because let me tell you guys, all of these teachers, even the big teachers, okay, even the teachers, Neville, Abraham Hicks, Joseph Murphy, whoever, and down to the people that are on YouTube, like myself, and, you know, all these other teachers on YouTube, everyone is teaching from their own experience, okay? So your experience is different. You are a different person. Something that works for one person may not work for you. But if you're not open to feeling what you think and what you feel, well, then how would you even know that? Because we can kind of sometimes just blindly follow people because they seem very authoritative. So keep that in mind, you guys. Trust your feelings. So that is it, you guys. That is my top 10 tips for manifesting. I hope these helped you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you guys again for 1,000 subscribers, and I will see you guys in the next video.